Outlaws! When we last left the world of Berserk at the end of 369, Griffith had just snatched up Casca and flew back to his hawk's nest with her. Now, we don't yet know what Casca's reaction is going to be to this. Is she going to fall back under Griffith's spell, or will being in his close proximity shatter her freshly restored and still fragile mind? Well, that's still to be seen, but should it be the former, Griffith is about to find himself in a very awkward love square, with all three of the other points focusing solely on him. Yes, I am talking about Casca, Charlotte, and Sonia. Now, of these three lovely ladies, there is only one who Griffith has actually been intimate with and shown any romantic interest in. But that won't stop Casca and Sonia from feeling possessive of him nonetheless. If you think that Guts has an amazingly awesome sword in Berserk, which, let's be honest, of course you do, or you wouldn't be looking up Berserk theory videos, then you should definitely check out our other videos on this channel after you're done with this one, because David is training with a 48-pound Dragonslayer sword to slay 100 humanoid targets for a Guinness World Records, reminiscent of Guts slaying 100 men in the forest, giving Casca some safety so she could run back to Griffith. Always back to Griffith for Casca, right? You know what I'm saying. Now, back to our love square. As we've seen in the past, when Charlotte was first introduced to the story, way back at the beginning, before all of the craziness happened, Casca was pretty jealous of her. Although Casca understood intellectually why Griffith would pursue Charlotte, that still doesn't mean that her heart was happy about the idea. At the time, Charlotte didn't really seem to care much about Casca's presence in the Band of the Hawk, and the fact that she was a female in a leadership position so close to Griffith, because she wasn't really sure of her own standing with Griffith. She liked him, she desired him, she wanted his attention, but ultimately she laid no claim to him, and she was still a very naive young lady, being trapped up in her room by her father. But now that Charlotte's father, the king, has passed away, with her being the heir to the throne, Charlotte is in a position of much greater power. Griffith has returned to her side. He is fighting to expand her kingdom. He is backing up her ideas. And she's even bashfully asserted that her and Griffith are kind of like the mother and father of Midland. In the scene right before Griffith transitioned to the Moonchild and infiltrated Elf Island, we see a naked Charlotte laying in bed while a naked Griffith is sitting in the window. It's pretty safe to assume that Charlotte would feel very confident of her position with Griffith. Which brings us to how exactly is she going to react to Griffith showing back up in Falconia with Casca in tow? The female commander who fought closely with him for years before Charlotte even met him. The female commander who's no longer a tomboy, young teenage girl, but now a softer looking, more developed, mature woman. And now Sonia. Well, Sonia, honestly, she doesn't stand a chance. But she feels like she has some sort of claim to Griffith nonetheless, because he recognizes her psychic abilities and gave her a place that made her feel like she belonged. It's actually kind of similar to why Casca idolizes Griffith so much. He rescued her and gave her a place in a standing in the world where she felt like she had none before. So we know that Sonia is clearly jealous of Griffith's attention toward Charlotte, because after the council meeting, when Griffith was talking to Charlotte in the hallway, Sonia tries to barge into the conversation. Mule had to stop her. It's kind of awkward, but we know that Sonia did not like Griffith giving attention to another female. So At least Casca had enough awareness of the situation when she saw Griffith with Charlotte to not act in that way. But, you know, speaking of Casca, I'm not really sure how Sonia is going to behave towards her. Although she would probably be jealous of someone being close to Griffith and having a strong bond with him, Sonia is a psychic, and presumably she would be able to pick up on Casca's thoughts about Griffith and everything that's happened in the past with them. That would definitely make for some very interesting revelations, and perhaps seeing what Griffith was capable of during the eclipse might make Sonia reconsider her allegiance to Griffith. Or perhaps the insight that Sonia could offer to Casca might end up being an integral part of her healing process, and the two will end up developing a friendship. Or everything will just devolve into absolute chaos, with all three of them getting into a massive catfight, pulling hair, clawing eyes, ripping off each other's clothes, all while Griffith sits idle by the side, sipping his wine and cheering them on, summoning some of his followers to bring out the pool full of Jell-O. But let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Clearly, Griffith has his sights set on Charlotte because only a union with her would lead to him being able to advance his political aspirations. But how do you think that Casca's presence is going to affect this burgeoning romance, and how everybody's going to react to this? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Even the most crazy, spectacular ones that you have. Maybe you have some fan fiction of this foursome going on. Love to see that too. Drop it down below if so. If you like this, if you want to see more of these Berserk Theory videos, make sure to leave us a thumbs up. Subscribe so that you'll be notified of all of our content, and go check out some of those sword videos. I'll talk to all of you outlaws later. Mwah! Love you. Bye.